You know what else I love, Mr. Finn, and
What's that?
you were a part of this when this was all put together. We have been great big fans of the Bishop's Corner since it launched with Bishop Blair. Always fantastic. Bishop Thomas is always incredible, takes every question that comes in, and at some point the idea was hatched that we would take one of those questions, make it a highlight question, and bring it to our morning show as what we call in the business a little tease, let you know what's happening on that show at 4:30 p.m. in its entirety. But one question extracted, and it's the highlight question of the week for the Bishop's Corner.
Let's go to Greg. He's online. Dear Bishop Thomas, we have been invited to a gay wedding of a close family friend. I want to be supportive because I love my friend and their family, but I feel attending means supporting this type of union. How should I handle this, and is it sinful for me to attend? Thanks, Greg.
Well, thank you, Greg, and I appreciate the question. In fact, as Ron knows, we've had this question, haven't we, Ron? Yep. Over the years, we've had this question several times. In the end, Greg, it's a matter of how you determine to act on your conscience. Now, that having been said, I think we can say a few things in this regard. So you indicate here the gay wedding of a close family friend. So what you don't indicate, is it a gay wedding that is a daughter or son of a close family friend, or it's actually the family friend? I don't know. Either way, the friend, of course, needs to know that you love him or her. You don't indicate. Obviously, I think it's important for all you can do to communicate. If this person, as you say, is in fact a close family friend, but if they are a close family friend, I also believe, Greg, that this person is going to understand, if they're close, that they know that you're Catholic, you're seriously so, and what you believe is a Catholic. So that's, I think, a first comment. Obviously, loving this person is not necessarily affirming this person's moral decisions. I mean, we love them, but we don't necessarily need to agree with them, nor to condone what they choose to do. So some would say that you could go to the ceremony, but express your disapproval otherwise. Personally, I think that's a cop-out, because if you go to the ceremony, you're actually saying, well, I agree with what's happening in front of me. Some would say, well, maybe I can go to the reception and not go to the ceremony. Maybe that's an option in conscience that you might take. But I think, one of the things we can comment on is that it's more important for you to provide individual loving support to the person and make sure they know that you can agree to disagree with their choice in life, and that you're perhaps not being present at a ceremony of a wedding is not a condemnation of that person. It's simply a literal expression of your Catholic faith and what you believe, because you do not believe that this can be a union between two persons of the same sex. So be careful, because this is what the world would say. They would say, you're not going, therefore you condemn them. Absolutely not. You do not condemn them, but you can certainly disagree. And they should appreciate the fact that you are not coming, perhaps, means you disagree with their decision.
So this is why people send questions to the bishop, because of answers like that. He just gives such a clear, concise answer. And you can hear that and 4 other answers and questions on the Bishop's Corner, again at 4:30 this afternoon.
And you have to say, in these times, it's so wonderful to have a shepherd who will answer these questions. They're not easy. And he did say, he being Bishop Thomas, did say, you've got to judge this against your own conscience, right? What is it that you need to do? But don't do cop-outs. Stand for a thing, stand for that thing, but never without the expression of love. And this is the way that Bishop Thomas answers all of these questions. Those that, have a clear-cut answer, and those that need a little more discernment, he always takes them on, and he always gives us a thorough answer regarding these more difficult questions. So thank you to Bishop Thomas on this one. I would say one of the more difficult areas right now, because we're all experiencing these things in one way or another in our lives right now, something unknown to us years ago, and we're having to kind of make our way through this. So Thank you, Bishop Thomas, for that.
Yeah,
and more
absolutely.
questions to come at 4:30 today.